From the TV shows we binge during social distancing, to the movies we could actually go see in theaters, Netflix's 2021 lineup has been full of titles worth talking about. So what's risen to the top of our queues so far? Listed in no particular order, here are the 10 best Netflix original movies and TV shows of 2021. Number 1. Bo Burnham Inside. Among the more impressive pandemic projects to hit the market, Bo Burnham Inside is an unconventional comedy special that takes a painfully precise look at the traumatic experience of social distancing during COVID-19. In it, Burnham takes musical aim at everything from aging to Amazon CEO Jeff Bezos, with his characteristic wit and self-deprecation. Fair warning though, this one isn't an easy watch. Mashable's Alexis Ned actually described it as a musical recap of shared psychic trauma. If that's the kind of viewing experience you can manage, then you should definitely queue this up. But if you need to sit this one out, then we get that too. Number 2, Bad Trip. Brought to you by 3 of the dudes behind the Eric Andre Show, this mostly improvised romantic comedy stars Eric Andre as a hopeless romantic seeking a second chance with his high school crush. Bad Trip is hands down one of the funniest movies of the year, and also one of the most inventive. The movie's meandering plot features a lineup of outrageous hidden camera pranks that cast innocent bystanders as extras in this rom-com from hell, and their genuine reactions make for an entertaining and surprisingly wholesome watch you'll remember for a very long time. Number 3. The Mitchells vs. the Machines. Mashable's deputy entertainment editor Angie Hahn writes, "Take your typical family road trip comedy, toss in a robot apocalypse, and top it all off with a heavy smattering of meme-worthy filters, doodles, and GIFs, and you might end up with something like The Mitchells vs. the Machines. A truly fun-for-the-whole-family feature that hinges on whether artsy teen, voiced by Abby Jacobson, and her Luddite dad, voiced by Danny McBride, can set aside their differences long enough to save all of humanity from being launched into space. Come for the jokes about our impending AI-led dystopia, stay for the heart-tugging moments of Mitchell family bonding. Seriously, we might never hear T.I. and Rihanna's Live Your Life without tearing up ever again." Number 4. Lupin. The first French series to break the US top 10, Lupin stars Omar Sy as Arsène, a cunning thief whose brilliant crimes are inspired by famous French literary character Arsène Lupin. The series begins with Arsène attempting to steal a historic necklace once owned by Marie Antoinette from the Louvre, and only ramps up its high-stakes heisting from there. Across 10 extraordinarily binge-worthy episodes, Lupin maintains taut suspense at every turn. When you're not watching an ingenious scheme unfold, you're getting an intimate portrait of a charismatic antihero whose magnetism rivals the likes of Sherlock Holmes and Robin Hood. More episodes are on the way, but we don't have a release date confirmed quite yet. Number 5. Cobra Kai Season 3. Netflix continued the impeccable legacy of The Karate Kid this year with the release of Cobra Kai Season 3. Picking up where that doozy of a cliffhanger left us in 2019 was messy business to be sure, with series hero Johnny Lawrence, played by William Zabka, on the outs with his dojo after their star fighter was injured in a brawl. Thankfully, Cobra Kai gradually found its way out of those somber beginnings, building to some of the funniest and most entertaining episodes in the series. That we're already counting down the days until the release of Cobra Kai Season 4 should be sales pitch enough. Number 6. Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth was a surprisingly fantastical addition to the Netflix lineup this year, writes Mashable's senior entertainment reporter Alexis Ned, and its big bet on childlike wonder paid off in spades. Even though its setting takes place after a deadly virus has decimated the human population and caused the collapse of civilization, yikes, Sweet Tooth is more of a fairy tale told from the perspective of one of the other sides of the apocalypse, a human-deer hybrid named Gus whose father sheltered him from the worst of the world until shelter became untenable. Gus's journey through the world he barely knew existed is a beautiful coming-of-age story with a talented supporting cast and a flawless cute-to-concerning ratio. Number 7. To All the Boys, Always and Forever. Laura Jean Covey's famous love letters went out in 2018, and we've been obsessing over her romance with Peter Kavinsky ever since. This year, that love story finally came to a close with the release of the last film in the Tab Build series, To All the Boys, Always and Forever. As Mashable's promo Kosla pointed out in our official review of the film, not a lot actually happens in this movie, but it's a charming expansion on the fictional world we've come to cherish that allows franchise stars Lana Condor and Noah Centineo to reprise their roles one last time. Struggling with her suddenly long-distance relationship after Peter leaves for college, Lara Jean spends this movie deciding on a future for herself in one bittersweet finale. Number 8. High on the Hog. A laundry list of successful titles proves Netflix knows how to make a good cooking show, but High on the Hog is really more than that. In this stunning 4-part docuseries, food journalist Steven Satterfield follows the journey of African cuisine across West Africa and the United States. It's a celebration of culture and cultural preservation that not only inspires but urges viewers to appreciate the complex origins of food and family tradition as part of our global history. Number 9. Army of the Dead. The best part of Army of the Dead is probably the first 15 minutes, but there's plenty to keep you entertained this whole action-packed 2-hour and 28-minute journey. Dave Bautista stars as a mercenary among the undead, tasked with carrying out an impossible post-apocalyptic heist. In a vault beneath Las Vegas lies more than $200 million, but can he and his crew get it out without falling prey to the living dead? Mashable's Angie Han described this Zack Snyder-directed movie as a gleefully gory good time, and in an interview with yours truly, the Zombie Research Society argued the flick was a solid addition to the genre Snyder first took on with Dawn of the Dead. So yeah, it's pretty good. Number 10. Moxie. Mashable entertainment reporter Proma Khosla writes, Amy Poehler directs this charming film about budding feminist Vivian, played by Hadley Robinson. Inspired by her mother's riot girl past, Vivian decides to expose systemic sexism at her high school through the anonymous zine Moxie, and ends up spearheading a cause other students support. Robinson hits the perfect balance of fired up and unsure that feels so familiar to young women, and she's surrounded by a strong and thoughtfully diverse ensemble, including viral hit The Linda Lindas. Moxie will make you want to get up and start something, even if that plan is a little half-baked, but your heart is in the right place. That's it for the best Netflix originals of 2021 so far. Check back later this year for our full rundown on the year. Until then, happy streaming.